got skills with the rock.
And you be Austin like Steve Austin. Steady Fawcett, we cash her from hitting mash burn.
On the break, you want me to take it? You still with a left, right, you should look.
More steals than Ricky Hinn from the Pac-10.
I ain't new to this, I give assists like a high school tutor. But who the hell said being a kid was easy? But ain't nothing going on but cash and be ballin'. But I guess they all is cause they hear a brother fallin'. Don't sweat it, everything's gonna be alright. Let's go back, but for years to be exact. High school, the fools didn't know how to act. This ain't Joe's, the host treated me different. But I was good on the dribble like an ant.
Well, last time we was on, I went ahead and showed you the parade route map, and I don't feel like I need to do that again after what just happened here a few minutes ago. The question is Kendrick, do you finally believe in what we about to do here?
No. But it was cute.
Look at these. Look at the hold on. Look at the comments. When's the last time you seen these comments like this? Great win for the tonight, fellas.
Oh yeah,
We
good
needed
one.
that win to see
Yeah.
AD tonight.
Yeah, good one.
This was the latest I've heard the American Airlines Center since the Luka Doncic trade. AD is a certified beast. Look at all this AD love.
Oh yeah,
Where's AD
great. You're going great. You're going out in the first round. All right. Good win. Last you seen us, it was a game in between the game you had seen us do. We lost to the Brooklyn Nets for some reason, I don't know. And even this one, in the I don't know how this game is close, but it was. But listen, AD stayed out behind. But he's gonna have to get some more help. Spencer Dinwiddie was god awful late in the game. Thank God, Coach Kidd decided to give the ball to AD and not Spencer Dinwiddie, or we would have been still playing basketball. That's how bad he was. Shout out to Caleb Martin. This was his best game as a Maverick, especially on the defensive end. If anybody was watching the game, I was afraid. I think I put this on Twitter. I was afraid that Trae Young was about to go off for 40 on us, especially after the first half. He had almost 19 points. I think he finished up with 27. Most of that done by Caleb Martin. I know AD got the big stop at the end, but Caleb Martin put Trae Young. He put him in the seat, put the seatbelt on him, buckled him up, strapped him in, and just strapped him in tight for that whole first half. I think. Let me see. I'm looking at these numbers. Yeah, Trae Young, who had in the first half had about 19 points. He finished up with 25. Shout out to Coach Kidd for making that adjustment because Trae Young was killing anybody who was in a Maverick jersey in the first half, and Caleb Martin took the assignment. He strapped Trae Young in, didn't let him go. But this game is by AD. I'm just gonna mention these stats. 34, 15, and 5. I'm just gonna read that again. 34 points, 15 rebounds, 5 blocks. Also had 2 steals.
Hold on before you go there because we got Coach Kidd. He's doing some talking, so let's go to Coach Kidd real quick and hear what he had to say about tonight's very hard-fought victory by the Dallas Mavericks. You kind of glossed over that, but that's all right. I'll go ahead and give you.
How many people are getting stabbed in this city? Go ahead.
Yeah.
No mind.
Well,
Jesus.
Here's Coach Kidd.
It's a game-winning shot.
Yeah, I thought rewind to the Brooklyn game, we executed, got a good look. We executed again with the new group. I thought the group had carryover from yesterday's practice to be able to execute. We get the ball to AD thinking they were going to hit, but AD went to his left and made a big-time shot. You know, it's good to see, the players be able to execute. The fans are into the game, and for the ball to bounce our way tonight.
What did you guys do to shut down Trae Young in the second half? We only had 4 points in the second half.
Yeah, I thought, again, to be able to go to a zone and then try to take the ball out of his hands to make someone else start the offense or take shots. And so I thought we got a rhythm there where other guys were shooting it for them, and we were coming up with the rebound, and then the pace going the other way was really good. And again, I thought Caleb defensively was incredible tonight, just with his minute restriction, being able to give everything on both ends, being able to run the offense and then also being able to guard.
Why do you think Anthony was, clearly so much more dominant tonight than it's just kind of shaking the rust off at this point?
Yeah, I think when you're out, I think, but I don't know if he was out for 6 weeks. Yeah, so that's a while. But it's good to see that he's starting to get in a rhythm. Also, just new teammates, understanding his teammates are trying to learn him, and so I thought a lot of great carryover from yesterday. But I thought AD had some great looks, and again, he was assertive from the beginning, even when he had to leave to get the stitches. I thought defensively, he was competing at a high level, and then again, they're guarding Trae one-on-one to come up to get the miss and for us to win the game.
You happen to know how many stitches he got?
I don't.
You mentioned his new teammates. What are you seeing from AD and Clay, just their chemistry coming together?
Yeah, I think when you talk about vets, it can become seamless when you have a skill set that AD's ability to dribble and DHO, play make, also Clay being able to run off screens off of AD or vice versa. So I thought, again, Clay made a big three coming off. He didn't hesitate. I thought he had 2 big threes for us, one in the right corner that he had the other night, and then again the one to tie the game. So I thought, Clay was great. Being able to run him off screens. We're trying to, get to know each other, run a different offense. As much as we want to play fast, we also can't, leave the big guys behind. So, we got to make sure that they touch the ball. And I thought in the first half we were, taking quick shots and in transition instead of kind of just taking the best shot. And that's sometimes turning one down to get another one, especially when you have D Live and AD out there running.
Yeah, what did you just think about what Lively was able to do?
He was great. His energy for the 15 minutes that he played, he was great. Being able to change shots, I look at him as one of our initiators offensively, being able to pass. I thought he did a really good job tonight on both ends, especially being out that long and for this first game.
Yeah. Having all 3 of those guys, Jason, give you an idea of what you can do matchup-wise.
Yeah.
Just a better idea because you had an idea, but now to see it actually play out was better than what you thought you could do.
Yeah, I think when you have that type of size, we got to see a little of it against Houston, and unfortunately with the injuries that we had. But I think you're starting to see it with Gaff and AD, and then you saw it tonight with D Live and AD. And at some point, we can play D Live and Gaff. And so just understanding if we can be big and dominate the paint and rebound, but also be able to switch. Again, AD is a guy that, can guard all 5. So we believe, D Live can get there, and we believe Gaff can get there. But when you're on minute restriction, we try to keep it simple. But I thought the fans are starting to see the defense, and then also, the trust with all the new guys that we have. Thanks. Thank you.
All right, Coach Kidd right there.
I
agree with what he was saying about they were taking too many fan shots.
Hold
on one second. We got Dinwiddie with you.
She had center.
For what?
How does it feel just to have
Quick.
What
you mean
phenomenal. I mean, it was great having Kessler and Najee too. Certainly different.
What do you think about what you saw from AD tonight after obviously working his way into a little bit of a rhythm recently?
I mean, that's who he is, and I hope, Dallas gets to see a lot of that. for both the city's sake and his own. I mean, that's who AD is, you know. Anytime you're coming off injury, whether it's 6 weeks, 8 weeks, whatever it may be that you miss time, you feel rusty, and then obviously, you know, he wants to carry this team, he wants to perform, you know, and so coming to a new situation off an injury, new play calls, new everything, like I feel like sometimes he was thinking versus hooping, and you need one of the best players of all time to just hoop, kind of, you know what I mean?
What you think about the lob dunks, particularly big man on big man?
Oh, my favorite play of the game was the Lively to AD, because I didn't know Lively could pass like that, so I was like, oh, that's fire.
And what do you think of your guys' chances now getting into the play-in tournament? Sacramento lost again tonight, so you picked up a full game on them.
Nice. Yeah, I mean, that's what we're fighting for. We're fighting for home court in that first playing game. And then, yeah, I mean, I think if you look at the team, especially with having a short time together, we're going to have to hang our hat on defense. You know, it usually comes a little bit quicker than, you know, offense with this style team. So hopefully we can do that. We can keep teams near 100, and then we have a chance to win any given night against any given team. So, you know, that's kind of our thought process. And as we become more cohesive, we feel like we can compete with anybody.
You being AD's point guard, Monday night was a game that was a little more quiet by his standards than tonight. He dominates the entire game. With you being his point guard and sharing the floor with him, what was the difference for him from Monday to tonight?
Again, I mean, I think getting in shape, catching a rhythm, not thinking as much, just hooping. I mean, you can run down the list of traditional things that happens when you miss 8 weeks time, you know, and we expect those types of performances out of him, you know, the 25 and 15, and I know it was a little bit better than that tonight, but you know, that's literally his averages. Like that's what we expect, and we understand that there's always rust, there's always a little bit of, you know, slowness as you're picking things up. I mean, that's just part of it. I mean, he's human just like anybody else. But he makes the game incredibly easy, being able to catch lobs, play out of the pocket, space to shoot the three. I mean, probably only really him and Miles Turner kind of play that 3-level type game. And also then, you know, block shots and all that stuff, you know, at the rim, even just intimidation. I mean, you see sometimes like he doesn't even really go for the block. He just kind of like, you know, fakes and falls, and the person airballs a floater because they think he's coming. So, I mean, it just speaks to how much he can impact the game. Obviously, we had full faith in him switching out on Trae Young for the final, you know, shot, which, you know, says a lot for a big guy, right? I mean, that's huge. We didn't run a double. We said, hey, you know, AD got him, and we'll live with the result. So, you know, phenomenal player, phenomenal human being, top 75. I mean, has a triple crown. I mean, y'all know all this.
What did you do to shut down Trae Young? He only had 4 points there in the second half.
I mean, we did a couple different, you know, threw a zone at him, you know, shaded him a little bit more. You know, I mean, the thing about Trae Young that's hard to guard is he draws a ton of this year. So, you know, credit to him, but, you know, we throw him a bunch of different looks and rely on people like AD to make a miss, especially at the rim, but sometimes on the perimeter as well.
What about your time with AD, the brief time in LA last year? Do you think has helped you out?
Oh, I mean, just learning how dominant he is, right? I made the joke when I came back. I mean, people were talking about my defensive numbers in LA, and I was like, bro, I didn't become a lockdown defender overnight. Like, a lot of that is him, you know? I'm serious. My job there was to play defense. So it was, you know, the rule was kind of make your guy make 2 moves and then AD will handle it. I mean, that's a fairly easy job to accomplish, you know? So ton of credit to him, and then just learn him as a human being. So I think the good part is, you know, he came to a team, already had a friend, you know, in the locker room, and, you know, understanding he likes to play out of the pocket and how to give him the ball, stuff like that. So probably having a little bit of a leg up on that.
Considering how much time he missed and the fact that he's with the new team, do you think we'll see the version of him by the end of the regular season or the playing tournament that we got used to seeing in LA or even in New Orleans?
Well, I certainly hope so. I can't speak for him. You know what I mean? That's going to come down to how he feels, how his body is, how all that stuff. I mean, that's a better question for him. But full percent deep, you're going to get this. So, you know, again, it's probably a better question for him. But this is the guy that, you know, they expected to have 30 and 15.
Spencer, it's interesting. You are the point guard for this team.
Mm-hmm.
Over the past couple months, you guys have slowly had guys coming back, whether it's AD, For you as the point guard, people may see, oh, he makes a good pass, cool, but people don't realize there's a lot that goes into setting up the offense. Just for you.
Hey, bro. I thought last year was the hardest year of my career for like things outside of my control. This has been a difficult year from the standpoint of like just every game is different. It's an adjustment on the fly. My task changes game to game and sometimes within the game, because sometimes a guy goes down within the game and we're like, all right, scrap that. We're going to play fast now in this way, and Spence do this now, versus, oh, he's back, play pocket this. So it's with that being said, it's been rewarding though too, to be around great people, to be able to compete, to be in the playoffs. No 2 days have been the same. Usually no 2 years are the same, but no 2 days have been the same this year. So, it's been rewarding.
Appreciate it.
All right,
Thank you.
Thank you.
Man, he sure had a lot to say there in the press conference. And you wonder why he got a press conference. That was a good press conference by him. Why are you faking like you sleep? Because of,
what?
What? Spencer did with
Whoa. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. Listen, man. I mean, it's like nighttime NyQuil when you listen to a Spencer Dinwiddie press conference.
Wow.
You just get knocked out. What did he say? I mean, I kind of fell off when he said, okay. Yeah, when they said point guard, somebody has a point. I kind of just conked out right then. Listen.
Well, I don't understand why he used the point guard.
Listen, he's a screw. All right. They probably he's screwed. The media sitting up there trying to act like he's like he's this elite point. The dude will be in China next season. I guarantee. They probably would have lost it
next season.
They probably would have lost this game if they had the ball in his hand. If you heard Derek Harper, he got extremely upset with Spencer Dinwiddie taking one of the dumbest shots in clutch time. They quickly got the ball out of his hands and started getting it to Klay Thompson, AD. Thank God, or they probably still be playing right by now. But Spencer Dinwiddie said he had the toughest year of his career last year. Dude, you chose to go to the Lakers after you were let go by the Brooklyn Nets.
He said he thought last year was the toughest year of his career until he
he also had something to do with that. But he went back home to mama. But listen, enough of that. Going back to Coach Kidd. I mean, that was about 10 minutes of my life that I'll never get back. But going back to Coach Kidd, he talked about once again, we talked about it. Trae Young having 19 points in the first half, and they shout out to Coach Kidd for introducing the trap, playing some zone that kind of confused Trae Young, and also sicking Caleb. Like I said, Caleb Martin's best game as a Mavericks special on defense end. He took the challenge to put Trae Young, strapped him in nice and tight, and didn't let him go nowhere. Took him on a ride for anything. That's okay, Anna. That's fine, Anna.
Why is lost?
And this is fine. You listen, this is America. I mean, at least some parts of it's America. It's not like a dictatorship, at least for some parts of America. On this show, you're free to express your opinions, whether how wrong they may be or not.
Political,
you're free to express your opinions, no matter how wrong they may be. Well, I'll tell you what. Anybody that likes coffee and avocado, anybody that likes coffee, bananas, and guacamole, you better get the store right now. I mean, right now, because it's about to change. Moving going back
is terrible.
Yeah, going back, and if you like foreign cars, you better hope that Mercedes-Benz shop is open right now. If you want a Benz, you better go get it now. Because tomorrow
you got to treat like it's Black Friday. Go sleep outside.
Listen. If you think about getting a Toyota tomorrow, you better hope it's Black Friday tonight and get out of there tonight. Go get it. But back to the Mavericks.
Good luck.
Back to the Mavericks. Listen, Caleb Martin, big shot at him. He strapped Trae Young in. I thought Trae Young was going for 40, but Coach Kidd did a heck of adjustment in the second half on Trae Young, basically giving the ball to other guys who didn't want to shoot the ball, and like I said, making them have to shoot the ball, and that's what it's going to have to be. When you play two bigs, that's going to force guys to take threes, but unfortunately, that's going to force a lot of guys to take a lot of open threes because you're going to have two bigs that don't like to come out a lot when you got AD and a center off in there. Yeah, man. Hey, if you're thinking about getting a PS5, which is that made in China. Yeah, if you think about getting the video game system, you got about an hour and a half to get that video game system because 112 midnight hit. God dog. God dog. Going back, I'm sorry. Going back, they force guys to but the only thing about when you play two bigs in this nowadays in NBA, if guys are shooting like Brooklyn was when guys were shooting threes like Brooklyn was the game before and they're hitting them, it's gonna be tough to keep both of those bigs out there. But Coach Kidd made a good adjustment after Atlanta got back in the game, got it down to 5 or 2. He had to take Gafford out because Gafford was getting killed on the switches, and in clutch situation, Anthony Davis is going to have to play the 5 because when clutch situations you're going to have more skilled players out there than you do just playing traditional basketball, and they just want to play the 5 in the clutch situation. That's going to give him an option. It's going to make the court more spread for him to do what he did and hitting the game winner. If Gafford or Lively is in there in that situation with him, he doesn't get that runner because Gafford and Lively are in the paint. And nobody's going to come out to the three-point line to check them. So it's going to clog up the paint. The fact that AD played the 5, it gets him more operational, especially in clutch. I'm not talking about all the time. In clutch situations, unfortunately, Gafford and or Lively are going to have to.
Well, that's what he wanted. He just dropped the ball all the time. He wanted to be able.
Go ahead.
He just didn't want to be stuck at the 5. He wanted to have the versatility of going from 4 to 5 in the game. He just didn't want to play the 5 every second he's on the court.
Yeah, well, he's not gonna play, but in the clutch situation, he's got to play it because you got to keep. Listen, playing in clutch situation, you got two bigs, gonna be hard to do, in that situation. Listen, big game by AD, his best, of his young Mavericks tenure. My bFb DFW player of the game, AD Anthony Davis. But big ups to Klay Thompson. He hit the big 3 to tie the game because it was in serious doubt.
Talk about it. It was in serious love. So I'm just gonna sit back and let you take this one. Go ahead.
It was in serious doubt, especially The guy who was doing the interview was chunking up bad shots, basically going to cost the Mavs the game. But luckily, Coach Kidd said, hey, Spencer, you go stand in the corner, and we're going to run a play for either AD or Clay. And Clay hit the big three to tie it. That got the Mavs back in the game, and then they got the big stop, play good defense again. Big up to Caleb. Big up to Caleb, and also big up to AD. They got the stop, the turnover, and then AD did his thing with the game winning, and also playing great defense on Trae Young, forcing them into a basically hope and a prayer three on there, showing his versatility. But big game. But like I said, I'm gonna give love to Klay Thompson. Very efficient, 17 points. He was 6 of 11 overall, 5 of 9 from 3. That's big. If he can shoot like that, the Mavs gonna have a chance to be to win some ball games. If he's off, they're gonna struggle because they got other guys that can't really shoot.
Kyrie was here right now. What the team would really be?
Well, unfortunately, his knee said no. It's gonna be a while. But right now,
let's take a look at the
but
highlights
right now,
of this game.
Big ups to Klay Thompson. Also, but and also big ups to Jay Nard. He had a good efficient night. Where the dollars at? Where the dollars at?
Hey, where them dollars at?
Let me tell you something.
Where them dollars?
Let me tell you something.
Boy,
if anybody know,
money.
Let me tell you something. If anybody know what UTB, it was their theme song back in the day, Under the Bridge Entertainment. Anybody know what UTB was, boy? That was a strip club. I was there every Friday night after work. But that was the theme song.
Whoa, what was you doing there?
That was the theme song. Hey, listen, man. Hey, when I was in my 20s, I was going real wild, real hard for a long time. I ain't worth the quarter right now. But anyway, speaking of worth the quarter, let's get to the stats and facts brought to you by me, myself, and I. And listen one more time. But me, myself, and Walt Chisholm and UTB. Shout out to UTB. It closed down back in the
put me in this
early 2000s. But boy, what a place. All right. Mavericks shoot 53% from the field. The Atlanta Hawks shoot 43%. Great defense on there. Also, the Mavericks were 15 out of 33. Shot the 3-ball.
In the play-in tournament. Well, boy, oh boy, they good.
Yeah, shot the 3-ball very well for the Mavericks tonight. 15 out of 33. They were 46%.
Oh hell. It's a reunion in here.
Stu.
I was at UTB too.
There you go. There you go. Hey, Stu, you know. Stu. Hey, Stu. You know why they call it? Know why they call it dollar bills, Stu? You know why they call it dollar bills, Stu? Stu, you know what I'm talking about.
Got me
But anyway, speaking of dollar bills, unfortunately, the Mavericks were shooting dollar bills today. Like I said, it was 15 out of 33, 46%. The Atlanta Hawks were 15 out of 39. They shot the 3-ball well for 39%. Free throw percentage, both were shooting good. Atlanta was 19 out of 22 for 86%. The Mavericks 17 out of 21, 81%. Both teams rebounding the ball evenly, 43 to 42 favor the Hawks. But offensive boards were shockingly in favor of the Atlanta Hawks, 12 to 4. Assists 29.
Stewart say, I already quiet.
Yes, Stu. Yeah.
Don't let him get you back.
We'll talk later. Man.
We need KD to get 30 in both games against the Clippers.
Anna, we got who said that? Who said that?
That was
okay.
Long way,
okay.
Jay.
Oh, okay. Long way, man. We're not talking back. We talking something important. UTB, man. Greatest strip club known to man.
He
but
said,
anyway.
Hey, we are
Now, if I got anything to do with it, now if I got anything to do with it, but anyway, assists 29-27 in favor of the Hawks, steals 7-7 apiece, blocks 8-3 in favor of the Mavs, total turnovers 15-11. Mavs had 15, the Hawks had 11, but the Mavs only gave up 13 points off their 15 turnovers.
God, Jones actually a good pickup for Mavericks.
The Atlanta Hawks, even though they had 11 turnovers, they conceded 19 points off there. So even less turnovers, they conceded more points. Fast break points 20-13 in favor of the Mavs, and points in the paint 48-42 in favor of the Mavs. Let's get to the box score, if you will.
So we say it was a time in the sunny South.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Stu, SB, you wasn't lying about that, boy. You wasn't lying about that, man. Just don't go in the back. Let's go in the restroom. My God. But anyway, that's enough time for another.
Killing me.
That's a story for another day, unless y'all want to hear it. But anyway, AD, he's my bFb, player of the game. He had 34, had 5 blocks in this game. He's a +3. 2 assists, 15 rebounds. 2 of those offensive. 14 out of 23 from the field. 2 or 4 from 3. So man, efficient from 3. That's what we like to say.
Okay.
4 from the free throw line in 30 minutes, including the game winner. To give the Mavs the go-ahead win. Shout out to AD. Najee Marshall, a bad night. 35 minutes. He had 6 points. He got benched because Trae Young was cooking him in the first half. He was a -10.
Yeah, Trae Young cooking him. I had him out there shivering.
Yeah, man.
With the ice tray.
If you notice, you didn't see Najee Marshall. He played 35. He played 35 minutes, but most of those in the first half. He had a -10. He had 8 assists, 2 rebounds in this game, 2 of 6 from the field, 3 from 3. He was 2 of 2 from the free throw line. Derek Lively, his first time back in. Actually, he was on a minutes restriction. Only had 16 minutes. He had 4 points. He was a -2.
Right.
Had 1 assist.
Caleb Martin.
4 rebounds. Yeah, Caleb Martin was hooping tonight. He also was 2 of 4 from the free throw line, 1 of 1 from the field. Spencer Dinwiddie, 33 minutes. He was 5 of 11 from the field.
Oh, Jay Hardy broke him down. Ouch.
Yeah. He's also a 2 of 5 from 3, 2 of 2 from the free throw line, 14 points. He had 10 assists. He's a -1 because he was off in the clutch. Also, but he had 2 steals and 4 rebounds. But he did have a long interview. So shout out to him for that.
Player of the game was tonight?
Who? AD. All right.
Did you say
Speaking
player
of
of the game was?
Yeah, AD. All right. Speaking of a guy who could have been
a big defensive play in the fourth quarter of the ending.
Excuse me. I'm trying to do stats and facts. I don't want to be here all night. Okay. I don't have time. I don't have time for you dry humping AD. That's a sight I do not want to see. All right.
I didn't say that about Clay.
Well, I was getting to that. I mean, if you let me do. Klay Thompson, 29 minutes. He was 6 of 11 from the field, 5 of 9 from 3. Efficient, 17 points. He was -2 though, but he had 1 block, 1 steal, 2 assists, and 4 boards in this game. Kai Jones, he only played 2 minutes because AD went out.
He played in the fourth quarter, actually.
Yeah, Kai Jones only played 2 minutes.
There it is, right there. There it is.
AD got injured. He had hit his 1 field goal. He had 1 rebound, 2 points. He was +2. And Caleb Martin balled today. 28 minutes. He was 2 of 4 from the field.
And
He hit his 1 3.
You deemed Daniel Gafford hit him in the group text.
Yeah, he airballed him. Looked like he turned around and looked and then threw the airball. I mean, good grief. It looked like Chris Jericho throwing the Judas Priest elbow. Caleb Martin also.
Come on, man. You had to be between Daniel Gafford and Anthony Davis.
I don't know, baby. That's me there. He also had 1 rebound. Caleb Martin, 1 assist and 2 steals. He is a +5. Had 8 points in the game. Speaking of the guy who may or may not knew the AD was behind him when he threw that elbow. Daniel Gafford, 20 minutes. Maybe that's the reason why he only played 20 minutes in this game. He said when he wasn't down playing down there 30. But he was 5 for 7 from the field.
He knew what he was doing.
Hey, man, he knew what he was doing. He probably was the saddest man. AD came back. He's 1 or 2 from the free throw line. Had six rebounds, 11 points. He was a +1 in this game. Also had a block. Max Christie, 25 minutes. He was 3 of 10 from the field, 2 of 7 from 3, 3 of 3 from the free throw line. He had 11 points. He was a +9. Also had 3 boards in this game. And Jaden Hardy, 22 minutes. Had a good spurt late in the third quarter. 5 of 9 from the field, 3 of 4 from 3. That's sufficient. 13 points. He was a +5. Also had 3 assists, 1 board in this game. Let's get to the Atlanta Hawks. Kongu, 40 minutes. He had 20 points in this game. Had a double-double, 14 rebounds in this game. He was a +6. Had 2 blocks, 2 steals, and 2 assists. 7 of 15 from the field, 1 of 4 from 3, 5 of 7 from the free throw line. Whatever this kid's name, the first round pick or second round pick, I'm not going to disrespect his name, but he's the rookie. 25 minutes, 4 of 11 from the field, 1 of 3 from 3, 3 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal. He was a -5. He had 9 points. Guyan, 14 minutes, 5 of 13 from the field, 1 of 5 from 3. He also had 5 boards. He had 1 block. He was a +8. He had 11 points. Trae Young, he was cooking. He was cooking in that first half. Boy, he cooled off. He sure was the mean of ice tray. Good grief, they cooled him off. 40 minutes. He finished up with 25 points. 19 of those, like I said. Yeah, 19 of those in the first day. He also had 5 turnovers, boy. They were turning him up. He was a -1. He had 12 assists, though, in this game. He had 4 boards. He was 8 of 20 from the field. 2 of 9 from 3, man. They beat him up. 7 of 7 from the free throw line.
Very close.
From Ice Tray. Daniels, 33 minutes. He was 7 of 12 from the field. 3 of 4 from 3. He shot the 3-ball well. Especially in them corners. He had 17 points. The former Pelican had 5 assists and 6 boards in this game. Barlow, 8 minutes. He was 0 of 1 from the field. Had no points. He was a -8. He had an assist and a board. Yang, 20 minutes. 2 of 6 from the field. 2 of 5 from 3. Former Cavalier. He had 2 rebounds. He was a -3. Had 6 points. Also another former Cavalier, LeVert. He probably wish he was back on the Cleveland Cavaliers. He said, damn, man, I thought I was going to the finals, but I'm going straight to the play-in. 24 minutes. He was 4 of 10.
He's been traded so much, he don't even know where he is now.
That's a dude that's been traded a lot in the last 3 years. He was 4 of 10 from the field, 1 of 4 from 3, 5 of 6. He's been traded so much they call him AKA Time Zone. He had 14 points. He also had 5 assists and 4 rebounds in this game. Terrence Mann, former Clipper. He had 21 minutes. He was 1 of 4 from the field, 1 of 1 from the 3-point line. Had was 2 of 2 from the free throw line, 1 of 1 from the 3-point line. He had 3 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal. He's a +11, 5 boards in this game. And Kujek, 16 minutes. He was 4 of 5 from the field, 3 of 4 from the 3-point line, 1 rebound in this game. He's a -18. Good guy. He's horrible when he's out there. He did have 11 points, and that's your stats and facts of this 120-118 game. The Mavericks improved to 38-39, solidifying them in 9th. And the Atlanta Hawks go to 36-40. The Mavericks are in 9th, are in pole position to at least host a play-in game at the AAC against either the Suns, who are god-awful, and the Sacramento Kings, who are god-awful. So there you have it.
Stewart's good game. If we can figure out the perimeter defense, we'll be all right.
Well, unfortunately, you'll figure it out when Spencer Dinwiddie is in China playing for the Beijing Dragons.
Dinwiddie.
So
sounds like a serious shot at Dinwiddie. Just saying.
I mean, where's Danny Crawford when you need?
Okay, so right now the Mavericks will be playing the Sacramento Kings in the
yeah, they just lost to the Washington Wizards. They lost to the Washington Wizards tonight. So
yeah. Well, that's
Jesus. Well, I can't say
I'm
nothing
telling you,
about
man.
the-
Listen,
Go to the Brooklyn Nets. That's why they play.
we did.
That's why they.
Hey,
That's
we
why they
didn't.
play.
Have
That's
Derek
why they
Lively.
play anything.
We had Derek Lively.
It don't matter, man. It don't make no. I took a listen.
we-
I took a nonsense. It's the Nets. I literally tweeted. We don't need to do it. It's the Nets, bro. They should have a problem with it. And my God, like the meme says,
Give a hole.
12 hours later, Mavs lose. Good Lord. Jeez. Woo, boy.
That was about 12 hours later when you
12, it was 12 hours later. 12 hours later, when I was coming home. I looked at, I'm almost wrecked out. What? The heck going on?
you couldn't even believe it.
You lose the Brooklyn Nets. But anyway, my Mavs get a big win. Like Follow said, they need to get a big win because they go on the road for a tough 2-gamer in the Intuit Dome to face the Clippers on Friday and Saturday. Yeah, I think it's back to back. So, yeah, there you have it.
Are you kidding me? Two back to back against the Clippers?
Yeah,
Oh man, we got 2 9 o'clock.
Yeah, a mini series. Is that that's Friday and Saturday, ain't it?
That's a back to back 9 o'clock.
Yeah, that's a mini baseball series.
What the hell? Yeah, the hell's the NBA doing to us?
I don't know, brother. But it is what it is. We're gonna be working late, so get ready. get ready. We're gonna be working late.
Good thing it's on a Friday and a Saturday. One of them.
Good ready. We're working late. Good Lord. But anyway, big win for the Mavs. They need to get that. But listen, the Phoenix Suns, they're horrible. Kevin Durant's out at least a week. So in the Sacramento Kings, they're bad. So the Mavericks are going to make the play-in. They're going to get the 9th spot. It just matters who they're going to be playing. And but they're too far back to catch anybody in the eighth and 8th and 7th spot. So but at least they get a shot at having a home playoff game. That'll be pretty good. And it's just it's win or go home situation, because if you the team in that 9 and 10 spot, you don't win, the season over. And if you win, you get to play another game to see if you can actually get into the playoffs. So that's the situation you're in. And but that's all you can want. Get a chance to play your way in.
All right. Well, apparently me and Kendrick are gonna be on the late night tip on Friday and Saturday.
Oh man!
Right, I guess right. So it's the Clippers and playing the Intuit Dome.
The Intuit Dome, man. Got the best toilets in the game.
Look at the Intuit Dome.
Yeah, that's the best.
Yeah.
Got the best toilets in the game.
Yeah, look at the Intuit Dome. So.
Nobody
I'm
has
excited, man. Yeah.
Nobody has a better flush than the Intuit Dome. That's what they say.
Oh. Yeah.
I'm just telling you what
All
the
right,
owner
man.
said.
So that he did say that.
He did say that.
Mavs win 120 to 118 thanks to a buzzer beater by AD. Me and Kendrick will be back on Friday night, late Friday night. But also,
hey, man, that's the final.
Tomorrow, if you are a gamer,
that's the Final Four.
Yeah. What the hell?
Men's
That is a
and
good
women's.
point. That's a really
Men's
good point.
and women's.
That's a really good point. That's a really good point.
They're gonna be playing.
That's a really good point.
They're gonna be playing.
Who booked this crap? Who booked this crap here? All right, so if you're a gamer, you're gonna enjoy this because tomorrow night, Call of Duty, Verdansk is back. If you are a gamer, I will be Twitch streaming tomorrow. The return of Verdansk. I'm promising to get a dub a first day back on Verdance. I was just informed by one of my buddies. We had 150 wins on that map. It's coming back. So tomorrow night is gonna be a fun night. Look for me on the Twitch at bFb DFW. We'll get the stream going. It's gonna be a fun night tomorrow night. But until then, keep your feet on the ground, keep reaching for the stars. Always do what's best for business. If we don't see you around, then we will see you around live Friday night.
Anna?
Late Friday night.
Anna, you got to get over it. Anna, you got to get over it, baby. You really got to get over it. You got to get over it.
Still a great night.